Video of the 2012 RXPX 260 I have for sale. Walk around video just so you can get a visual of how clean the ski is and go through some of the parts that are installed on it. Trailer can be included with or can be sold without. It's a Seadoo Move torsion bar suspension trailer. It's really nice, really good shape. It's basically used to tow the jet ski home from the dealer, and then it's been set in the garage ever since, and obviously comes with the Seadoo cover. And ski without the cover. It's got R&D sponsons, obviously. R&D trim tabs. You can see the holes in really good shape. R&D intake grate. It's got the dump for the intercooler. It's got the R&D intercooler and engine cooling kit, 160-degree thermostat, and rerouting the water lines individually for the exhaust and the intercooler water. And then the dump for the, it's got a pressure relief valve for the intercooler as well. Again, hull's in extremely good shape. It's a freshwater ski. It's never been in salt water. It's actually only ever been on one body of water. It's got an R&D prop, well, Solus prop from R&D. It's a 1521. Like most props, it needs a little bit of tweaking to get your ideal RPM. So I think I took about 1.5 degrees out of it. It's about a 19.5 right now to achieve peak RPM. And it's got the R&D pump seal in it as well. Help with cavitation. Stock nozzle, stock cone, pump and everything is pretty much stock setup. Ride plate stock. This is still closed loop cooling, hasn't been touched. So there's some speed left in it, in that area of the ski. Dual pod gauge setup for the innovative LM1 AFR setup, and Dynotune boost gauge. Got your connections here if you want to do any data logging. See there. And ski has 24 hours. Yep. Then that gauge will warm up and it'll start showing your air fuel. And engine bay. That's obviously the R&D straight shot intake hose. It's got the stock hose coming out of the supercharger. Free flow exhaust. C15X supercharger wheel and spacer, which I've been told is basically the E-Tech 137 plus 4. R4 pump gas reflash, RPM set at 8850. Sticker on the back for the R&D there. Rising rate fuel pressure regulator, and an R&D inline fuel pressure gauge. It's got the Riva flame arrestor removal kit, and currently have the boost reference port is blocked off because I don't need that because it has the R&D, I'm not sure if you can see that, R&D multi-port adapter, which is where I've got my boost gauge sensor and the rising rate for the fuel pressure regulator. Those two are there. 4-inch intake. You can see up in there. The O2 sensor I drilled and tapped it into the exhaust manifold. Did the R&D retainers and springs, so you're safe to turn over 9,000 RPM if you want to, but that's just kind of a preventative as far as the springs goes. Kit comes with the retainers, but added the springs for extra insurance. Oil was changed last weekend at 23 hours, so it's got brand new oil and filter. For the air fuel gauge and boost gauge, I tapped into the accessory power, and then I used IP67 Deutsch connectors for everything. So it's also fuse, put inline fuse in there for everything. So it's a pretty nice setup as far as the wiring goes. Here's the inside. So I've never had water in it or anything. I mean, it's really clean. See the 4-inch air there. Now I'll crank it up for you. Pretty much it. It's an awesome ski. Hate to sell it, but it's time to buy a jet boat.